This is Noreen from Joya Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, please click that subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified when my videos release. Also, I give away the demo card, so if you're a first-time subscriber, put your email in the comments, and I'll email you back and let you know if you won the card. Also, make sure you watch the video all the way through, because you never know. I might give the card away to anyone, or I might be doing card kits or swaps or something. So anyway, now let's go make a card. So today we are doing paper pumpkin. So I want to go ahead and open the box and show you what's inside here. I'm going to go ahead and open and pull this out. So the stamp set looks like there's a tree and a whole bunch of things like dream big, congrats, explore, all kinds of positive notes here. And then you get a garden green, and then let's take a look at actual kit itself. So this is really pretty. Looks like it's a bunch of outdoor kind of cards. So you've got your little embellishments, and these little blue dot things, these are really awesome. Keep these because they're great for putting on like the bumblebee embellishments and stuff. They're like a glue dot but flatter, and oh, they're awesome. So keep those definitely. And then here are the envelopes. You know, we're going to be cutting these envelopes up. So here's the really beautiful envelopes, and I think there are actually more cards in this kit. Reading here, you've got 12 cards and 12 envelopes, so this is really nice. And then you've got, here's some of the cards, and looks like these punch out. So that's kind of, oh, look at that. It's a trifold, and there's something else on the back. Oh, yeah. So those are really cool. And then you got trees that are like that as well. And then the camper, so those are really quite fun. So there's like a punch out and all that stuff. And here's your the sentiment tags. You've got circles and the rectangles there. Here's some more. Oh, looks like these could maybe stand up on their own. Okay, and then here's the trees. So I'm going to go ahead and make their cards, which are right here. I'll show you their cards, and then I'm going to do some alternatives. So I'll be back. Now here's their cards, and they're actually really pretty. They're like a trifold here, and they just open up like that. So these were really easy, and the instructions nowadays are like fantastic. They changed them. They have step by step. There's a ruler here, and they also tell you on this last page here what you need for each card. So this is their card. So this one opens up like this. Now, if you're a demonstrator and you're demonstrating a card, and with any kind of trifold, they're going to kind of lift up like that. If you take one of the glue dots from that kit and just put them down in the corner, it'll hold it down, and you can lift it up pretty easily. So these are really quite pretty. So these are their cards, and now I'm going to do my alternatives. Now here's my first alternative, and there might be some things on here that throughout all the cards that you're not going to recognize because they're either from the Celebration catalog or from the new mini catalog. And this is 2021. I don't know when you're watching this video, but this alternative, what I did here on this background, if you look at the cards, they all punch out, so you can see, you know, that trifold behind it. But I took the negative of one of those and I blended it. I took the blending pens and I used Bermuda Bay, Garden Green, and Granny Apple Green and made the background here. And then I took the two trees from the kit and stuck them behind the camper. I used the faux suede trim with the black dots here. I cut the tag and used the sentiment from the kit. And then this sun right here, you're not going to recognize. Well, most people won't. This is from Celebration. There is a Stampin' die set called Counting Sheep. So during Celebration, if you order $50 or more, you can earn things for free. So this die is one of the free ones. And then the clouds here are from Majestic Mountain, because Counting Sheep does have clouds, but I didn't kind of like them. So I like the Majestic Mountain better. And then if you go inside, I just layered these with Garden Green and Granny Apple Green. This is rectangle stitched frames, and these are from the kit. So this is alternative number one. Here's alternative number 2. Now, it doesn't look like much, but I actually did some kind of cool stuff with it. I took the trees and cut them from the other card, and I kind of tacked them behind here. And then I took the sentiment tag, it's ornate frames, and I stamped the sentiment. And then this deer you're not going to recognize if you haven't seen the catalogs yet. And this is a new one from Peaceful Deer. It's in the mini catalog, and I just did her in crumb cake, light and dark, and a little bit of petal pink. And then on the inside I still have the trifold, and I just layered them with Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent, which are the go-tos for anything, you know, green. And then I just stamped these 2 dies also from Peaceful Deer, and I didn't put a sentiment on. I might stop doing sentiments on the inside, because I know when I need a card, you know, I really need to get one kind of generic sometime. And then of course these are the holiday rhinestone basic jewels. So here is my alternative number 2. Here's alternative number 3, and what I did is I did some little tricks here too. So the first thing I did is I took a piece of basic white, and I took some daubers, and I daubered some area in Daffodil Delight. And then I took garden green, and I stamped the little moths on top of it, and I fussy cut them, and I put them all up on dimensionals here. And then this card is not a trifold card. What I did is I took the same kind of card from Paper Pumpkin Kit and cut the inside off. So and then I just put it on the inside of this card, and then I also took another piece of the card and put it on the inside, so there's no like white, and it all kind of flows together. And I also took the lamp and I made sure they matched up here, so it looks really nice. And I put the sentiment over here, and I stamped a couple more moths, and I put some of those little doohickeys from the kit. So this was kind of neat. I just kind of pieced all the cards together. So this is alternative number 3. Here's alternative number 4, and you'd think, oh, she didn't do anything. Yes, I did. What I did is I took the piece of the inside of one of the cards, and I cut it off, and I made it 3D. I don't know if you could tell from the camera angle, but I took the piece and I cut each of the mountain and the hills off, and then I put them like, this is snail down flat, this is up on 1 dimensional, this is up on 2 dimensionals, this is up on 3 dimensionals. So I stacked them up so it looks dimensional here. It's not a flat image. And then I took from Inspiring Canopy, there's that like swoosh die, and I did this on the bottom, which matched really well, and took the sentiment. And then I took the inside of one of the other cards and put it on the inside. And this is Scallop Contour Dies, which I love. And then I put the moths inside. So this is alternative number 4. Here's alternative number 5. This one was pretty easy. I just cut the card apart like usual. And then I took the Dragonfly Punch, and I punched these out in just black because it doesn't have a stamp to it. The bigger one does, but the little one doesn't. So I thought, oh, I'll just do it in black. And then this is from Ornate Frames, and I stamped the sentiment on there. And then I just layered this in black and white. So I really like this. This was super, super, super easy, super fun, and it looks really cute. So this is alternative number 5. Here's alternative 6. Now, I did something really crazy with this. I have a brother scan and cut. So what I did with this particular card, and I did leave it a trifold card, is I took this and I got some white paper and I etched around the circle. I cut off the trees, and those trees I used in another card here. I used on this card here, I used the tree. So I cut those off and used them in here. So I cut the trees off and I did the circle, and I took it to my brother's scan and cut, and I scanned it. And then I cut one piece out in Soft Succulent and put it on the back here. And then I took the other piece and I did it in black. And I cut the original circle, and then I cut it again and I offset it. So I made a circle frame. So I have a brother scan and cut. So I had cheated a little bit. And then I went ahead and I stamped the trees. And some of them I stamped in white and with the garden green, and some I just cut on Evening Evergreen paper. And then of course I stamped the foliage on the inside in Memento. But I also, so what I did is I also put this on my brother's Scan and Cut. And I had the brother Scan and Cut, fussy cut all these trees. And then I did backs for them. So when you open it up, it's not something white or plain on the back. So I layered them. And then this is just Evening Evergreen, and I just stamped it, and I left the sentiment blank because I think I'm going to start doing that. So this is alternative number 6. Here's alternative number 7, and what I did is I took this basic card, I let everything just stay there, and then I went ahead and I took some white, and you can't see it because I layered this, but I stamped it in with the Majestic Mountain. I did some masking, so I masked my dies so I could color the sky. So I colored the sky in Granny Apple Green and Garden Green and a little Bermuda Bay, and just kind of mixed them up with the blending pens. And then I cut the little trees, and these are the evergreen border punch, these little trees in the background here. And then I got rid of some of that stark white. I just took like a sponge and kind of got rid of the white around the original trees attached to the card. Stamped the sentiment here, and then on the back I layered it so you don't see all the stuff I was doing here. And then I took the Majestic Mountain border dies and I stamped this, and I blended all these colors in Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green and Garden Green, and just hit explore all over them. So this was a pretty cool little card. So this is alternative 7. Here's the last one, and it's kind of simple, and it's my favorite. I always do my favorite the last. So I took one of the cards and I dissected it as usual, put it on a basic black, and these are all 5.5 by 4.25. And then I took from Hippo and Friends this sentiment die, and I layered it. Now the bottom is in that green in color vellum, and then I put Bumblebee on top, and those are a layering die, so that was cool. And then the dragonflies is from the Dragonfly Garden bundle, so you get a punch and a stamp set. And I went ahead and I colored these actually 2 different ways. One is colored pencils and one is blending pens. And the blending pens, I used Bermuda Bay and Dark Daffodil. And the colored pencils, I did the same thing, Daffodil and Bermuda Bay. But with the colored pencils, I used a blending pen to blend them all out. And this one is the blending pens. This is the colored pencils. And then I layered it, and I don't know if you can tell, I put some Wink Estella on top, so it's shiny on my end anyway. And then on the inside, I just did black and white. And when I was seeing how big those dragonflies were, or when I was actually punching these dragonflies, these come out anyway, and I had white ones. It's like, oh, I'll just stick them in here. So this is my favorite one. So that's all 8 alternatives. So please go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you put something in my comments like, hey, I want to win a demo card, I'll give you a mystery demo cards. I'm not giving away the paper pumpkin ones because I usually sell the kit. So if you're interested in buying this kit with all the cards and the stamps and the ink and all that, just email me at Noreen@joyofcards.com, and I can sell you the kit as well, the completed kit with all the cards. So anyway, that'll do it for me. Thanks, bye.